Hi everybody! So for today's craft, we're going to make an 8-legged friend that you would find in the ocean. Maybe you've seen it at a science museum, or in an aquarium. They have those there sometimes too. And I'm thinking of this animal. And let's spell it together. Ready? O, k, k, k. C, t, t, t. Good. T, O, that's 2 O's, huh? P, 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 U, S, S. Very good. And that spells octopus. Does that sound familiar to you? Let's say it a little faster. Ready? Squish them together. Octopus. That's right. It's an octopus. Now, we hear this word in octopus, right? And I said how it's an 8-legged friend. And did you know that octo, that actually means 8. Just like if you see an octagon has 8 sides. And an octopus has 8 legs. So if I were to draw my 8-legged friend, I'll use my circle. And I'm going to draw 8 legs. 1, 2, you can count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm running out of space. 8. There we go. And did you know that an octopus can actually, even though it lives in the water, if there's a tiny little hole, they can their way through the hole. They can make their body so tiny that they can fit right through it. It's really amazing. And they can actually, if they're inside of a jar, they can unscrew them. They can unscrew the jar and get out of the jar. That's amazing. It always surprised me. I had no idea. I learned about this quite recently myself. So what you'll need to make this octopus, I used cardstock. And cardstock is a little thicker than just plain paper. And I traced a circle. And the circle is just about the size of a bowl. So just trace a bowl you got, right? And then I have in my envelope, I put everything in here so I wouldn't lose it, because this is filled with all of these different gems. And what we're going to do with these gems is we're going to count and add the tentacles onto our octopus. So we definitely need some glue. And I do need scissors because I will be cutting out the circle to the octopus. So I got these here too. And then if you want to add some googly eyes, or if you want to just color or draw the eyes and a smile, you can do that too. So what do we always do first thing? Write our name. I'm going to write my name on the back side of my circle. So I'm going to write A-L-L-I-E, and you guys go ahead and do that too, but write your own name, unless your name happens to be Allie. And go ahead and do that if you need to pause it. Next up, I'm going to take my scissors. Remember, small hole for your thumb, fingers for the large, wrist high to the sky, and we're going to rotate it around to cut out my circle. See how I'm following the line here? And then I just kind of step right in. And remember, take your time, no rush, no worries. I can go a little faster because I've been doing this for years and years now. But the law, even sometimes when I rush it too much, I make mistakes. Teachers make mistakes too. It happens. All right, so I'm going to go around now. There's my circle. Remember, throw your scraps in the recycling. Take care of our planet. Perfect. Next up, I have my 8 legs. Now, what I'm going to do is I traced actually numbers 1 through 8 on them. And if you can write numbers 1 through 8 on your own without needing any help, that's perfect. You should totally do it because that's a good challenge for yourself, right? You don't need to, if you don't need the numbers traced. But I traced them just to kind of show you, to give you an example. So I have 8 legs here. And what I'm going to first do is I'm going to trace my numbers, but I'm going to go in numbers from 1 to 8. I'm going to make them in numerical order. That's a big word, right? Numerical order. So let's grab a marker and begin. So we always start with number 1. So I'm going to go from top to bottom and trace my 1. Ta-da. And next up, what comes after 1? 3? No. 5? No. Number? Good, number 2. So trace your 2 or write it on your own, which would be splendid. Perfect. And after 2 is? Good. 3. I've got my number 3. And after 3 is? Good. 4. Perfect. After 4 is 7? Nah. After 4 is 5. Perfect. And after 5 is? You got it. 6. And remember, 6's line goes high to the sky. Beautiful. After 6 is 7. Yep, you guessed it. And last but not least, after 7 is Octo 8. Awesome. So now is the tricky part. We want to put these in order from left to right. So I'm going to start with number 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it underneath my circle. So underneath means I'm not going to put it on top. I'm going to put it underneath. So it kind of looks like that. And I'm going to start on the left. So I'm going to put the number 1. I'm going to get my glue. Open it up, right? Because we need the actual glue to come out. And then, perfect. I'm not going to put too much glue, just a little bit, right? And put it over here. I'm going to put it as far to the left as I can because we have 8. We do have 8 to add, right? Good. So what comes after 1 again? Beautiful. 2. So I'm going to take my number 2. Same deal. We'll glue on the top. And then I'm going to put it next to my number 1, right? And I'm putting it underneath. So I see how I went under? Good. Here's 2. And your legs might go, you know, they could all go in the same direction. They can go all different ones because even when you look at an octopus, they have the ability to rotate they curl up their, all 8 legs in different directions sometimes. So it's fun to see. What comes after 2? Yep. Very good. 3. So same deal, right? After 3 is 4. Beautiful. Same little bit of glue. Let me show you how it's looking so far. Almost looks like a person, huh? After 4 is, yes, 5. Now, I cut these out of cardstock, but you can always, use just regular construction paper too or something. Good. Kind of like that, right? There we go. We're getting somewhere. Whoa. After 5 is 6. After 6, ooh, they kind of overlap. That's interesting. I'm just scoot it over. There we go. And then 7 and 8. I just want to make sure that you can see the numbers too, right? That way you make sure you're putting them in the correct order. Whoa, see, overlap. There we go. 7. And last but not least, number 8. Perfect. Now, I have all of my 8 crazy legs for my, caught it. Good thing. That wouldn't have been fun. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave it on the table for a minute just to dry because I think I'm holding it up for a little too long and then the legs are getting a little bit loose. So I'm going to hold it. And then I'm going to press these down. Let's count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. There's our 8 legs. Perfect. So now, remember I had gems, but if you don't have gems, that's fine. You can even draw on the tentacles. You can use, maybe you have Cheerios. Cheerios are fun, but you don't want to eat them if they got glue on it, right? If they have glue, we don't want to eat them. You can, use felt cutouts. You can use, maybe you have special materials. You can use whatever you want. But I'm going to use these jewels that look like this. The light's shimmering on them really nicely, huh? So what I'm going to do is I have all my jewels here, and I'm going to start with the number 1. Now I'm going to match the number of jewels to the number on the leg. So I have the number 1 here. So how many jewels am I going to put on this leg? Good. We want to match it, so we're just going to put 1. So I'm going to start at the top. And I put, or, actually, that's funny. Got a hold of that. I'm actually going to put it closer to the bottom next to the number 1. See? So it looks like this. 1 jewel to match 1 leg. Now, for the number 2 is next. So I'm going to put how many jewels on my number 2, the leg with the number 2 on it. Yes, you get it. 2. So I'm going to use, I have all different shapes of these too, which is kind of fun. I have hearts and ovals and squares and circles. I'll show you some of them. So, there we go. Number 2 has 2 gems. What's number 3 going to have? How many gems? Very good. 1, 2, 3. And remember, just 1 drop, not a lot. We don't need too much. We don't need to use too much glue because then it makes quite a large mess. And then it takes a really long time to dry. 1, 2, 3. Check it out. Good. Now how many am I going to put on my number 4? You guessed it. And you're just going to take your time. And if you need like a second opinion, you know, you can ask your guardian just to take a look. Make sure you're doing it correctly. But I bet that you are doing a wonderful job because these are, it's challenging, but it's good to challenge yourself because you learn more, right? We want to keep that brain entertained. Good. Now after 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm going to put a square on this one, an oval, a heart. Let's see what other 2 we get. Pick 2 random ones. Ooh, that's funny. 2 hearts. A purple one and a green one. And they look like this. See how they're all coming together? Good. And after 5 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what shapes I have in this. Let's see if I can make a pattern. I see. I have 3 circles and 3 hearts. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a pattern. Remember, a pattern is something that repeats itself over and over again. So I'm going to go heart, circle, heart, circle, heart, circle. Good. So I'll start with heart and then circle, heart, circle, heart, circle. Good. Let me grab, you know what? I actually am, there we go. I needed to grab an extra heart from the pattern. Check it out. See? Heart, circle, heart, circle, heart, circle. You are more than welcome to make yours a pattern too. Or if colors, if you have that, you know, option. 4, 5, 6, 7. You might not. You might only be limited to a certain color or number, and that's okay too. It's just, you know, work with what you got, right? So now I'm going to put 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you need more time, just pause the video, no worries. 5, 6, 7. Wonderful. Almost done. Check it out. And last but not least, 8. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might be a little squished, but we'll see. I'll try to scooch them down if I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's super close, but it's done. Wonderful. We counted from 1 all the way to 8, covered in our gems. They look so fun. Something that would be, you know, I would give this some time to dry, and if they don't really dry, you can always ask your guardian for hot glue, maybe hot glue or some tacky glue. Tacky glue always works too. Now, I don't myself have googly eyes for this one, but googly eyes are always fun to add. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to draw some eyes. I'm going to draw eyes, and I'm going to make this a happy octopus because, you know, we worked really hard on making it and we tried our best. So I'm happy with our results. Our results like our ending. So I'm going to add 2 eyes and a big, big, big smile. And here we go. We did it. I like how it turned out. I think it turned out all right. All right, you guys. I can't wait to see how yours turn out. Try your best. Have fun with it too. And I'll see you tomorrow.